Futures trading involves a substantial risk of loss and may not be suitable for all investors. Therefore, carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition.
So Metals Minute episode 680, and let's take a look at the wild overnight price action in the precious metals, the macro picture, and the cross asset setup. So starting with that overnight price action, big sell-off once the market had started that overnight session, and then futures rebounding significantly off those lows. So you look at the precious metals across the board, still weaker in nature, right across the screen here, with gold futures down about $25 at 4107. The low of the overnight session, 40.46, and the high of the overnight session, 41.38. So recapturing the 41 handle, and futures, if you look at the longer term chart, testing the low from last November. Same thing with the silver market, testing the March lows here down at 61.60. Futures of the overnight session here, 61.60 being the low, the March lows being 61.73, just probing before that level. When you start to get some of these longer dated support levels, what you'll see is new market participants start to come in, start to nibble into that market. We're seeing a lot of interest here in precious metals when you get down to some of these lower levels. Now the copper market slightly lower on the overnight session, holding some of the key levels of support, 618, 621, the neckline on the futures contract here on the technical chart pattern. The gold silver ratio sitting at 64-1, still indicating risk off, but better than what we saw yesterday, which was 65-1. So today's question, will the bottom hold on a lot of these metals markets here, and will this bounce? Is it sustainable? Checking on the ETF flows here, well, they were selling gold, silver yesterday. So the exchange traded funds, they cut about 175,000 troy ounces of gold holdings from the previous trading session. This was the third straight day of declines, but the declines over the last 2 days, prior 2 days, have been significantly lower than this 175,000 sell. Now looking at year to date, down about 1.1%. Silver year to date down about 8.6% as far as ETF flows, and the ETFs, well, they did cut about 700,000 troy ounces of silver. 10-year treasury yields, they do remain elevated at 4.53%, getting as high as 4.58, and that's when oil prices were spiking early in that overnight session, but coming back off here and towards the lows of that overnight session. And it shows you how important it is that the lower yields help boost the gold market, so keep an eye on that. So if you guys got any questions on futures, shoot us an email, info@bluelinefutures.com.